Good evening and welcome to News 360. We are live from the News Hub here in Accra. My name is Issa Moni.
And my name is Nanekia Mensah Brapa. Coming up in the headlines tonight. Let's still look at education. And pupils of Ogegelege in the Pandai district of the northern region sell firewood every morning before attending classes. This is to enable them to fend for themselves. Their woes are compounded by poverty and parental neglect.
The Ogegelege community is located about some 12 kilometers from the district's capital, Pandai, and is inhabited by more than 500 cucumbers. Subsistence farming is what residents here do, and poverty is everywhere. Ogegelege has more than 5 adjoining communities, and children here have the zeal for education, but poverty has shattered the dreams of many. Those who are striving to acquire formal basic education also go through a lot. In fact, only the strong-willed have survived the test of time. There is no school serving Ogegelege, and so pupils walk for about 12 kilometers to attend school in Pandai. The mission team's visit to Ogegelege community was informed by these school children who on a Monday morning carrying firewood to school. Ideally, the educational needs and daily upkeep of each pupil are dependent on the firewood they carry. They are pupils of the Isakia Primary School. Surprisingly, all the pupils we met were attending school on empty stomach. Blijo Natimbe, a class 4 pupil who feels bad about their parents' exploitation, told the mission team more about their struggle for basic education.
We were asked to buy books, but my parents cannot afford. So they asked me to go and sell firewood. This is what I do daily. We gather the firewood to be sold the next day when we return from school.
She tells the mission team the firewood she carries is worth 5 cedis, but she is only entitled to 50 pesos of the amount. The remainder would be used to cater for the home. She and her younger sister, Blijo Ingmabi, have been carrying and selling firewood for the past 3 years, but they have not had their school needs met. Her younger sister recounts the difficulty in selling the firewood before going to school each day.
When we carry the firewood and we are late for school, we put them down and sell after school. Sometimes, a bundle of firewood takes about 5 days before we are able to sell. As a result, we learn on empty stomach.
Blijo Natimbe, for instance, has only one exercise book for which she does all 7 subjects. Their problems are not different from what other pupils go through.
Children here are subjected to carry loads that are heavier than them. Because of this, most of them drop out of school and get impregnated in the community.
The mission team later went to present some stationery to Blijo Natimbe in her school and interacted with the school authorities. Head teacher of the Isakia Primary School, Suraji Amaski Sule, said the trend is worrying.
Every day you see children come to school carrying firewood and then yam to come and sell because they can have themselves fed during break. And sometimes before the children even come to school, 9, 10. Instead of 6:30, they are supposed to report. They will be here sometime 9, 10, 11. When you add that, I'm going to sell firewood. And in fact, we've been battling with it, but we don't know how soon or how this thing will end because it's still a problem here.
He said the practice of selling firewood is affecting the studies of the pupils.
Sometimes when you are even teaching after first break, around 11 thereabout, you see the children that concentration is not there. From the face, you also get to know that this child is hungry. Someone asked them that, no, they don't give them. I will say, why? That the parents said when they give them money, they will spoil them. The day they did not get to give them, they will steal.
He again said efforts to get parents to discourage the practice have been fruitless.
Whenever we organize PTA meeting, we say they agree with us. Oh, it will be stopped, it will be stopped. But within maybe 2 or 3 weeks, you see them carrying firewood and then yam. When you ask the other parents, I say, but we told your parents they should allow you to do this weekends, Saturday, Sunday, so that Monday you use that money to come and then feed in the school. Well, I said Saturday, Sunday they use them on their farms and then other activities.
The mission team gathered on occasions While the pupils find no buyer for their firewood, they exchange them for food. The team then visited the parents to demand answers. We first met mother of one of the pupils, who is also a widow, preparing supper for the family. For her, she says nothing wrong asking her children to sell firewood each morning before attending school. Market days are busy times to cash in, and so enrollment dwindles. District Chief Executive for Pandai, Emmanuel Atta Tatablata, said intensifying efforts to sensitize parents is key.
We have to just engage the parent to let them know it is the responsibility of them at least just do a little to also help their children to go to school.
For pupils at Ogegelege and its adjoining communities to attain the United Nations Sustainable Development Goal 4, which promotes universal access to quality education, and Goal 1, which focuses on poverty alleviation by 2030, would require key stakeholders' commitment. Stanley Nibleu, TV3 News, Ogegelege, Pandai, Northern Region.